How do we navigate the current situation of Muslims practicing their civilization jihad, as we mentioned earlier, and also the Jewish people also trying to gain strength in numbers, taking over politics, schools, societies, etc., not necessarily with kindness to us citizens or Christians? It appears that many religious groups are practicing their own versions of civilization jihad to push their own agendas. So not just Muslims, but other groups increasing awareness of anti-Semitism, politicians pushing the Christian nationalism ideology, and try to characterize Christian extremism in the U.S. How do we, as followers of Christ, navigate these waters, and how do we try to support or do the right thing?
Hear me when I say this to you. This is a trick of the jihadis to separate the Jews from the Christians. They want nothing more than for us to forget we are a Judeo-Christian nation. And the reason I say that is not because the founding fathers were Jewish, but because the God of the Bible is the God of the Old Testament all the way to the New Testament. You cannot understand the reality of Jesus without the Old Testament. He fulfilled over 300 prophecies of the Old Testament. Without that scripture, we don't know the reality of Jesus. And so we have to stick together. Anti-Semitism on campus is the result of the jihadi movement. It's a result of the Marxist Islamist movement. And we can't let that tear apart our society. If you look at the lobbying efforts by, they say, oh, the Jews control the world. AIPAC invests, I don't know, $20 million in the United States to influence Congress and pass around money. The Qataris spend $80 billion in our university alone. So it's not even in the same universe. This rhetoric is being pumped out by people who hate the way that our communities work together, and they're trying to destroy it, and we can't play into that because that's not who we are, and that's not who the God of the Bible is. The God's heart for Israel is written in black and white. If you don't want to read, if people don't want to believe it, that's their problem. But God's promises to Israel are written in black and white. We have to be strong enough to say, you know what, that's incorrect. That's just not true. The rise of anti-Semitism is a trick to tear us apart, and I'm not playing into it.